Hello and welcome to I don't know this video. Anyway, today we're gonna be doing a real-time build of the Flying Fort Angela from Harry Potter. One of the only two sets that I actually got from the Harry Potter theme. I got this one for my birthday last year. So here are the instructions. Comes with Harry and Ron from their second year. As you can tell by the short legs. And this is the back. It shows how you can like take off the roof to put minifigures in, open the trunk, and it shows the two inside. Nothing on the bottom. There, the Harry Potter art, and a picture of the built vehicle. So let's get to it. Hold on. So the other day a couple days ago I watched the second and third Iron Man movies because I discovered that they're on Hulu. I saw the first one like ages ago. I don't know. I guess I'm just well, it's kind of funny that I've only now discovered that they're on Hulu. That all three are on Hulu. Might have to rewatch the first one someday. Where is Scabbards? Oh, I already had it. So I'm just gonna leave it on the terrified expression as opposed to the ordinary expression. This guy's got two, and a tan sweater and gray legs. I'm gonna leave it on the terrified expression because that's just how it was in the movie. And there's the ginger hair from the books and movies. And I've read every book in the Harry Potter series, all except for Deathly Hallows. I just wasn't able to get to it before I finished 7th grade. So I don't know. I'm either gonna start in I'm either gonna start it in 8th grade or I'll just get it later on off like Amazon or something. I'm gonna move the box. Ever seen The Dog's Way Home? My little brother told me that it's based on a book, and he showed me the movie. It's a pretty good movie. Also, it's on Netflix. If any of you want it. What's your favorite movie? Just comment down below. So a while back I started watching Pokemon. I think I said that before, but I made season 2 episode. I think it was 8. It was the one with. I think it was called The Battle for the Badge. I barely even started that episode. I don't know why. I just started doing other things. As of right now, I started the 2018 Black Panther movie on Hulu. So, where is it? Oh, there it is. So yeah, I think I'm like 30 minutes in. I've seen in the lab where T'Challa just sends the suit flying in the back only to hit it again and then get launched like 12 feet away. Was honestly hilarious. Wait, what? Got it. Perfect. And this is the front. What's your favorite Harry Potter movie? Hold up. Sorry. Sorry. My little brother came down. I'm called to ask if I wanted eggs for breakfast. So back to what I was saying. Me and my little brother have seen all 8 Harry Potter movies, but I've only read the first 6. So I don't know. Whenever I can, I'll read the last book. Still, I understand the gist of it because I've seen the movie, but the movie changed a lot and the movie's kind of slandered Ron's name. So hopefully the HBO Max show does Ron justice and doesn't give half of his not half, like more like 50%, not half, more like 75, and doesn't give like 75% of his contributions to Hermione. Because the movies did that, for several movies they took Ron's line and gave it to Hermione. Like, it's just odd. I don't know why. But honestly, I'm not really sure which is my favorite. Let me think. Hold on. I think maybe Chamber of Secrets or hold on. So it's either I had to let my little brother pass. Anyway, either Chamber of Secrets or what's it called? The 5th one, Order of the Phoenix. Those 2 movies are pretty good. The book was long. It's the longest in the series, actually. But we've seen Chamber of Secrets the most out of all 8. So I should probably close that door. Hold on. All right. I had to let him go back inside. That's Odie back there. The dog that's biting his leash and that's grabbing his leash and growling. Wait one. Oh. I forgot. I completely skipped a step. Yeah, I skipped a step. So back to what I was saying. Back to the movies. On the topic of the 8 Harry Potter movies. You know, for the Half-Blood Prince movie, they were actually gonna have trolls do a ballet. Which I don't even know how they would have fit that into the plot, honestly. Because the book had nothing like that. I don't even remember a troll being involved. So why would trolls? Why? So how would they have woven that into the plot? The craziest thing is they had the suits made and everything, which it's odd, but my only real question is how that would have fit into the plot or anything. You know what I mean? Because nowhere in the book does it say anything about trolls dancing. So yeah, it's just a small fact that I discovered through watching a bunch of videos, specifically Movie Flame's video of his Movie Flame's review of the Half-Blood Prince movie. Yeah, I see what, now that I've read the book, I see what he meant by all the things that they did wrong, and yeah, I see what he means. You know what I mean? Just check him out later if you want. Check him out after this video if you want. my favorite videos are his video essays of like the life of life of different characters, or the movie reviews. Those are just the ones I like. So. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Alright. So on the topic of movies, after I watched Sonic 3, like on Christmas Eve last year, my little brother told me that the next Sonic movie was coming out in 2027 apparently, and I'm pretty sure I looked it up later and found out that he was right. Which I guess that makes sense, that they would take longer and longer to make, because Sonic 3 took like pretty much 3 years to make compared to the 2 years that the others took. So yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, this is the Harry Potter figure for his a depiction of him in his second year. So he's got a red I don't know, what is that, jacket, dark tan short legs, two face expressions, one happy and one terrified. And then the hairpiece is it seems like it's specially made to show that scar. If the camera will focus. Okay, I cannot tell. I cannot tell if it's focusing from here. Anyway, here are the two pets. Scabbers. It's a little rat figure, little rat piece. You can see his eyes, and then the head wig. So, yeah. There's also a Hedwig figure that has with the wings spread out and flying, which that's nice to see. Nice to see that they didn't just go one and done for something like a bird that's gonna be flying. So for sets like the owl, for sets like the owlery, like they would have a flying Hedwig, which is nice to see. Oh, hold on. How did I get from? Oh, actually, now I remember. So I was I was talking about the Sonic 3, but yeah. So back to what I was saying. We saw Sonic 3 on Christmas Eve last year, and overall, it was my favorite. It was my favorite movie in the trilogy so far. They seem to just be getting those Sonic movies just seem to be getting better and better. I especially liked it because Shadow's my favorite character out of the Sonic franchise. I don't know. He's just cool and got a pretty deep story. You know what I mean? Hold on. There it is. So I like the way they use this bracket. It's be used sideways. So that the studs that are usually hanging downwards are the ones at the top, and the ones that are usually upward are hanging down. Oh yeah, apparently, a while ago I found out that on I think it was YouTube. I think it was also YouTube. I found out that for several like car sets, the license plate will typically have the initials of the person who designed it. Oh yeah, here's the opening and closing feature. Oh yeah, the doors can also open and close on both sides. That's the interior. I'll show you how the minifigures fit in a bit. But but I'm pretty sure that this set doesn't actually have that. That thing. I'm pretty sure that this set doesn't have that. I think that might actually just be I think that might just be the actual license plate that was in the movie. I'm not sure, but it's just a nice thing to know and look out for whenever you get, like, I think of Speed Champions. Like, you get Speed Champions set, just look out for that. That'd be nice. The hood doesn't open or anything. That's not a thing. It's just snapped right on. Looking up on the front of the car. I really like these transparent pieces. I mean, on the camera you can barely see them. That's it. As mentioned, they're very useful for stop motion, because you can animate figures like jumping, flying, cool stuff like that. Like in that last animation I made, like the one with that basically outlined the history of Dragons Rising. Like in the scene with the in the scene, for example, like this is just the most prominent example. That scene that I recorded with the gliders, with the custom gliders I made. Speaking of gliders, I've actually been tinkering with a custom Rogue exosuit. I'm not sure if I can really call it done and just show it just yet, because I still gotta work out the excess bulk on the helmet. Honestly, my original design was a lot thinner, and I suppose looked more like the actual suit, but lacked a lot of the lacks a lot of the mobility and like posability that the suit had in the show. So I fixed that. So I fixed those problems. Now it's just kind of getting the head to look as good as I really can make it. So far I've had two designs. One of them is the helmet just kind of like floats above the rice hat that Rogue J wears. And the one that I'm currently using, it actually encases the rice hat, and I honestly can't tell where that hat even goes in the show, because it just kind of disappears. I don't know why. And then when the suit is opened to release, so that Jay could drop down onto the Super Storm Jet, the hat just reappeared. I don't know how that works. So I've just kind of made it to work as well as possible. I think I forgot to put this in there. It came with this little luggage bag. It doesn't have anything inside. I just stuffed a random 1x1 tile on my own, but it fits perfectly in there. And so does Scabbers. You just have to tilt them sideways. Then it fits perfectly. Got Scabbers in there with luggage if you want. I actually put a second one of those in there. All right, and that's the end of the instructions. So the box actually shows like Harry carrying this. Oh, there goes Ron. So the box actually shows Harry carrying this bag, which I would assume he would be carrying like this. It's supposed to be. That's supposed to mention it. That's supposed to represent the trunk. They're just boxes of luggage for Hogwarts. But when they're in the car, you just chuck it in the back, and you can do the same with Scabbers. Hold on, I gotta tilt them sideways. But you just chuck it in the trunk, and same with scabbers, and you're good. So, the roof is actually only attached by 8 studs, and it's actually pretty easy to just pry right off from the back. So the only real way that I've found to be able to get the figures to fit in it while holding their wands is to to have the wands just raised up while they're just lift their hands up or their arms while they're in there. And Hedwig I just kind of chuck in the back. But they're only attached by 1 stud, if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. They're only attached by 1 stud, which they just slot right in. Yeah, this was specifically made to be driven by these 2 figures. Because it's not really made for a minifigure to be able to sit down in it. For a full-size minifigure to be able to sit down, it's just not made that way. You probably could get a full-size minifigure to sit in here. Probably, possibly, depending on how tall the minifigure is, with their hairpiece and everything. But other than that, it was specifically made for these guys, for the second year, Harry and Ron. So this is the Flying Ford Angela. I'd say it's a pretty good likeness to the one that they used in the movie. You could even open the trunk and just eject whatever's in the back, like in the movie. Same with the doors. Oh yeah, it's got fully working wheels, so you can have it roll around. So you can just roll it around, or swoosh it around if you wanted to. And on the front, you've got the license plate, along with the one on the back. Both stickers. Those are actually the only stickers that were in this. No, there was one more. It's inside. It's in the cab or the passenger seat. I don't know. That's the sticker. That's the 3rd sticker. But aside from those, there is no other sticker. The steering wheel is a 2x2 connected to a 1x2 jumper. A 2x2 circular tile connected to a jumper. And like I said, that's the cab. And this in the back is just empty space. I like to just throw scabbers and Hedwig in there. Oh yeah, the whole stripe design, the whole stripe thing, the white stripe going alongside is also continued on the door. Well, aside from right above the handle, but it is what it is. So you can see in through those back windows and through the front and the inside, and the windows are entirely hollow. So yeah, it's also got. I also like the small details like these headlights, not the headlights. These rear view mirrors, and the rear lights. Same with the front headlights. Also, I like the way they use this I don't know what to call it. I guess rim or a fender. I like how they use this fender thing on the front for the grill of the car. So it's a nice car to have. Overall, it's a pretty good build and pretty well matches the movie. Okay, that's the back. So if you just handed me this with Harry and Ron in there, I could easily tell this was the Flying Ford Angela. So yeah, on to the minifigures. I'm gonna start with the animals because it's just easier. Oh no, here we go, scabbers. So I'm just gonna put them here. So this is Scabbers. He's just one of those little rat pieces that the Lego makes. Can connect at 3 points, but only really one part that can actually grip. The other's just there to fit the whole thing on there in one. You can see his little eye. You can see his little eyes, and that's about it. That's about it. He's got the two eyes, and that's honestly all you really need. Oh yeah, I suppose you could also call him Peter Pettigrew, because like in the next book we find out that Scabbers was Peter the whole time. So anyway, and this is Hedwig. So you can see like the ruffles in her feathers and her eyes, and the beak. So these are actually really small prints, because like just because of how small this piece is, like compared to the car, this is how small Hedwig is. So it's honestly impressive that they can print that small. I also like the way this is molded. You got her wings stored up in the back. Her face is basically it was basically molded on there. It's not just a blank slate. So he's actually got like dips for her eyes and like a protruding nose. And the claws are down, and the talons are down here. So you can like stick her on the front, or if you wanted to, while it's like parked or something. I don't know. Or just have her stand on the ground. Only one point of connection, and the feathers in the back are lifted up so that they don't interfere with connection. Now for Harry. He's got dark tan legs, a maroon torso with like plaid printing on the back and on the front, and what looks like a sand blue T-shirt in the underneath. He's got his messy hair from book 2, his holly wand, and a face print that's terrified with scar. If you can even see, it's very small. It's a very small detail. You can just see like a dot of like reddish tan. And on the back there's a happy face, a smile. I just tend to keep this in the terrified expression for when he's traveling in the car. But yeah. Anyway, the wands for Harry Potter are actually made so that you can like put the end of the wand in a minifigure's hand and have him like pointing it at an enemy. So you could simulate like a duel if you wanted to. There are also modified wand pieces that have like a stud at the end, where you can attach like power blasts and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you can simulate like a duel if you wanted to. I don't have Voldemort. I just have Snape, Sirius Black, and some Quidditch players. So I suppose I could do a wizard battle between Snape and Sirius. Or Harry, or I could have Harry tackle Sirius. You remember in the Prisoner of Azkaban, they like Harry like tackled Sirius Black and said like after he said only one will die tonight, Harry said, and it'll be you. You know. Yeah. So I suppose I could do that. I suppose I could do that later on if I wanted to. But these are how the two fit in the car. And so now let's go on with the Ron Weasley. This is the Ron that comes in the set. He's got a striped tan sweater, dark gray, or is that just gray? I don't know if that's just gray or dark gray, because I'm pretty sure this one's called like light bluish gray. I don't know. I'm just gonna say gray. He's got gray short legs, a skin tone minifigure just like Harry. The red hair. It looks like a red shirt underneath the sweater. His ash and unicorn hair wand, and the two face expressions. The terrified look of Ron Weasley, and which pretty well represents that his expression and Rupert Grint's expression from that scene. And this is the smiling face. It's just the face. It doesn't have any details like any other small details like the like Harry aside from sorry, ran out of storage. So anyway, as I was saying, the Ron Weasley doesn't really have any small details on his face other than other than like Harry, other than the other than those like spots of red from the with like the freckles. So which is a nice detail they added. So as you can see, they fit pretty well into the vehicle. Same with along with the pets. So overall, this is a pretty solid. Set. I forgot. Overall, this is a pretty solid flying Ford Angelo. Like I said, I forgot to mention it's got 165 pieces, and was like I think like 15. I think it was like $14, which is I think the sale was like $14 to $15, which honestly is not a bad price. Pretty good price. So overall, this is a pretty good. So overall, this is a pretty solid pick if you're on like a budget and like only looking to get like earlier figures or like earlier designs of the Harry Potter cast. Then this is a pretty solid set to pick up. I've only got one other Harry Potter set and a couple activity books, which I'm not going to do a review of because that'd be pointless. So that'll be it for now. I guess see you in the next video. Peace.